So, dear students, good morning. I hope you have gone through the video which I had uploaded, and it's about Java classes and objects methods. So, I'm just continuing from the previous. So class is very important in Java. Again, this beautiful code for you to remember that a beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it from you, and it is said by D.B. King. So whatever you are learning, that it's all yours. Okay, so let us look at this example. A class is created by giving a name, that is ticket, and class is keyword. This is just a structure to let you know, it's not details. So here just look at fields are not given. Fields means the variables are not given. Constructor is also not given. Function to return the price of a ticket is not given. But one method is given, that int get price. So this this is called method, and method type is integer. Means when user will enter the price, that price should come in integer, that is whole number, and then this return price means the value which is coming should be saved into the method, and method name is get price. Okay, so again remaining methods are omitted. This is just an example to show you. Methods have two parts, a header and body. So a header, what is header? So header is just the name of method. So just look at get price. So get price what? This is the header of the method, and type is integer. So the above statement is known as method signature, and that header can be called method signature as well. Okay, now it is important to distinguish between method signature and field declaration. So method signature means action on the variable, and field declaration means giving the name of variable along with the data type. So method signature and field declaration, these two are important part of any class, or you can say that method also, because they can look quite similar. You can tell that get price is a method, not a field, because it is followed by pair of parentheses. So whenever any parenthesis is coming after the name, you just get to know that this is function or this is method. And whenever you are giving any function or method, you are not supposed to put semicolon, and semicolon should not be there. Also note that there is no semicolon at the end of the signature. So this way you can understand. So this is called header part of the method. The main, the name, the data type, the parenthesis, all these together make a header, or you can say that method signature. So now let's talk about the body. So what is body? So obviously the things which is coming inside the header is called body. So same thing over here. So what are the things that is coming? It is enclosed in a pair of curly brackets. So whenever curly brackets are given, just you go through it that this is body part of either it's a class or method. So curly brackets are very important to give body part, and method body part contains the declaration and statements. So inside it declaration will be there as well as statements are written. Statements are basically the work that you want to get through action, through the action. So statements can be written in multiple lines and each line should be terminated by semicolon. So this is what statement. What happens inside an object when the method is called? In example at left you can see that, let me move and you can see that this is the example of the left side. Just look at class ticket. So see, method body method body is given and inside it is return price is given. Within the body of that get price there is a single statement that is written as a return price. So return is the keyword of the Java and price is the variable. So what we are getting, the price of that ticket class. Okay, so this is a return statement. It is responsible for returning an integer value to match the int return type in the method signature, where a method contains a return statement. It is always the final statement of that method because no further statements in the method will be executed once the return statement is executed. So that means once the return keyword is used, thereafter you are not supposed to use any statement. It's a final. So this is the final and the final value will go to the method or method signature. So please keep in mind. In this case, when the get price method is called on a ticket machine, the question is what do ticket cost? A ticket machine answers by returning the value of that variable. It is necessary for a function to return a value of the type given in its header declaration. So when we are giving method name as the int get price, means only we want integer type of value should be returned, not float, not double, no long, only integer type of value should be returned. Otherwise, if there is a mismatch, the compiler will treat it as an error and report it. So if any other value apart from the integer is given, if integer is declared as a method, then compiler will show you the error. So to prevent this kind of error, please make sure that you are using this. This prevents error during the execution of the program. Okay, now this is you got to know that there are two parts in the method. First is method header and second is body, method body. And method header is called method signature and method body will contain declaration as well as statements to execute. Okay, now talk about declaring objects. So what is this? Okay, class declaration describes a data form and how it can be used, while object is an entity created according to the data form specification. So based on the class, we are supposed to create an object. A class bears the same relationship to an object that a data type does to a variable. So data type is very important. Suppose you are going to put a number, so number should be integer or float or double. So again, if you want to put a text, then a string should be given. If you want to put a character, then char should be given. So relationship, equal relationship should be given. Object is an instance of the class. So object is the instance of the class. Okay, now let us see this image. What this image is showing, that ticket class is given, and inside the ticket class there are member functions. So please keep in mind, member functions means the declaration of method inside the class is called member function, and member variable is called declaration of variable inside the class is called member variable. So please keep in mind, the price, balance and total, these three are member functions. Member functions means member method. Price will get the price, balance will get the balance, and total will get the total. So like this, and after this member function we are supposed to create an object. So every one will get one object. So let us look at how it is happening. So ticket T1, ticket is the main class and T1 is the object of the ticket class. But whenever you are going to create object of the class, it will be created with the help of new keyword. So that's why this new keyword is important whenever we are going to create an object of the class. See, look at the example, ticket T1 new ticket, and this way we have to write, and this way object of the class will be created. So this statement creates an object T1 of the ticket type. Every time you create an instance of a class, instance means object of the class, you are creating an object that contains its own copy of its instance variable defined by the class. So in this figure you can see that how it is happening. Note that all objects share the same copy of member functions. All objects share the same copy of member function, but maintain a separate copy of a member data. So data can be different, but object is having same. So let me look at this. So role of new keyword. What is the use of new keyword? As I told to you that whenever we create an object, then we are supposed to declare it by giving data type and the name. Declaration means giving data type and the name, or you can say that identifier. Same thing. Whenever we are going to create object of the class, then a data type should be given, but class name is not a data type. As you know that there are two types of data type, that primitive and non-primitive. So class is not the data type. Therefore, whenever we want to assign an object with class, then we are supposed to use this new keyword. So the use of new keyword in Java is to create instance or object of a class. The syntax to create an object can be given as follows. Look at class type and the object reference, means the name of the object, and you can write in 2 lines and also you can write in 1 line also. So then object reference with object name, assignment operator. This equal to sign is called assignment operator in the Java. We cannot say that equal to. Always you say, speak like this, assignment operator. So object reference, assignment operator, new keyword and the name of the class. This way only we can create an object of the class. That same thing you can write in one line also. Look at how it is written. Class type, object reference, assignment operator, new object reference. So the process by which an object is created from given class template is called instantiation. The process by which an object is created from given class template is called instantiation. So instantiation means the process where you are creating an object of the class is called instantiation. The moment object is created, memory place is allocated in the memory of the object. The moment object is created, with the help of the new keyword, of memory allocation will be given for that object. And you know very well that memory is very important. So here just look at one example. Class is the keyword and ABC. ABC is the name of the class. Here two variables are declared, int A and value is assigned. So this is called, see, declaration and initialization. Please keep in mind, declaration means data type along with the name of the variable, and initialization means once we assign a value to the variable is called initialization. So here declaration as well as initialization is given. Int A assignment operator 5 means 5 is assigned to A. Int B assignment operator C 6. Again int C assignment operator 7. So three variables are declared inside the class. You can see that these are member variables. Okay, now another class is created, class P18, and bracket is starting and main method is created. Also one thing more I would like to repeat, that main method is always in Java to run or execute your program. So in Java it is very important as a Java programmer to write main method, because execution can be done very fastly if you are executing your program with the help of main method. So static void main, you can write public static void main also, bracket start. See here, ABC is the name of the class, and then object of the class is obj object reference. In the short it is written obj ref, and then again we are going to declare or create memory in the for the object. So we have to write like this: the name of the object, assignment operator, new keyword, and the name of the class. Then only memory allocation will be given for this object. Now we are going to print. So printing can be done with the help of printing, means displaying the output. So system.out print line, and through object of the class we can assign the value of the variable, because whenever we are going to call a variable that is declared in the class and into main method, then we are supposed to create an object of the class, then only we can execute or run. So here that's why object is created, you know that, and then dot operator used along with that object. Object ref dot a is the name of the variable that is declared inside the class, then only the value of a will be displayed. Same thing for variable b and same thing for the variable c. So like this it is closed, and then compile, and here we have defined a class ABC which has only member variables and c. So in the first line itself, when we created static ABC object reference, just look at in the static void main. So object was null, no value was given to the object. So in the first line itself it was null. But in the second line, object is created with the help of the new keyword, and now object refers to the memory created for ABC. So just look at how object reference, how it is creating a space or allocating memory. In the first line it was null, but as soon as we used this new keyword, then how it is being created. Just look at it. Object reference 3 spaces are created for ABC. So it is